Don't worry about it, Marv. Don't worry about it. Are we live?
I think we're live.
Yeah? Are we live? I can't tell.
All right. We live, bro.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, so we kind of stepped it up in production very last minute, probably within the last 3 hours. Just because I started to notice basically like how do I want the stream to look before you guys come into the stream, and is it like vibey enough? And I was like, man, this doesn't look vibey. The show just starts like abruptly. So I was like, let's create like this preview stream with like copyright free music, and then I chose the music and just you got what it is. So I'm really happy to see all the positive reviews for that, so thank you. But anyway, my name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Seb.
And this is that One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. We are having a break week for One Piece, and this is episode 46. So, arigato for being here. Before we get into some announcements and then the questions, I do want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. So, Sebastian, please let me know who's in the chat, man.
Yeah, man, we got Jose, KJ, Aaron Tate, Caleb, Encrave, Grimjaw, Onion, Jordan, Volk Nando, Jerula, Javian, I Hate Mew, Shane Adams, Kevin Salinas, Marvel's in the chat, Roanor Zoro, Frog King, just so many. Asked Elm, Parvision's in the chat. I don't think he's here for real.
Yeah, it's all right. He's here in spirit.
Gambit, Zoomzy, so much. Lewis. It's just so many of y'all in the chat, man.
Hey, man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Steph, thank you so much for being here. It is an honor, as always, to have you guys here with us. But let's get into some announcements. So we do have something really special after the show. So here's the thing, right? People are starting to ask, can we have some variety of content on your show? Basically, right? So what we do is we end up posting clips on our YouTube of the show that we previously aired on Monday, because not everybody watches the full episode. But like you guys who happen to be our loyalist of followers, you guys end up watching those videos all over again. So we decided to do something different this time. So after the show, we are premiering Sebastian's very own episode. He has a theory video regarding Luffy's...
Too loud.
That was super loud. Luffy's bounty prediction. It's a bounty prediction about Luffy's bounty. All right? And it's going to appear after the show at 8:05 p.m. So immediately after the show ends, go to our YouTube, and it's going to be 5 minutes later. That video is going to premiere. So the cool thing about it is that Javerse ended up helping us with the manga panels for Sebastian's research. Right. So, Jay, thank you so much, brother. Also,
my God,
I ended up editing the whole video, and it's my first time editing a video to like this degree, and I had a lot of fun and learned a lot, so I hope you enjoy it. And it's really funny, to be honest. I had to ask this guy if he enjoyed the video, and he said that it was funny and he enjoyed it. And it's very informational, and I think for bounty people who like bounties, you're going to enjoy this video a lot. But again, to those that haven't subscribe to our YouTube, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to us. Also, become a member if you want. It helps us financially, and you get special emojis and a special badge next to your name. Everyone in the Discord, we are finishing up round 2 of the Davy Back Championship. There has been intense debates, and you can still cast your last vote today, because tomorrow those votes end, right?
I think the voting already ended.
The voting already ended?
Yeah, the voting's already over. Tomorrow is the reveal of who's going to win, like, when they do the dice rolls. Like, the actual battles will take place tomorrow.
Okay, so my bad. So be tuned in for tomorrow so we can see the results of everybody who voted for their favorite characters or characters they thought that would win.
Team Dolphy.
Okay. All right. Apple and Spotify. Our audio listeners keep going up. Love to see it. Just know we go live on our YouTube on Mondays at 7 p.m. Also, support us financially by subscribing to us through Me6 link in the description. If you're on Spotify, hit those 3 dots. If you're on YouTube, click that join us button. Or you can simply do a super chat to ask us anything. Anything is appreciated. If you have no bread, don't worry. Liking the video and telling your friends is more than enough. Much love to you all. Now for our merch. We slowed down up on t-shirts, but that's okay. We still have more t-shirts there. If you don't know, we sell our own merch. So just go to www.thatonepiecetalk.com or just go to the description in this video below, and all the links are there for just one click, and then you go. But other than that, before we start to show off, Marv, can you take us to our sponsor, please, sir? This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you been struggling lately? Maybe you're having trouble sleeping, difficulty with a relationship, or just struggling from low self-esteem. Listen, I've been there. We've been there. If so, then today's BetterHelp wants to help you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private, online environment at your own convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire, simple as that, to help assess your specific needs. And then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule a secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is completely confidential. I happened to sign up at one point regarding my confidence issues. Next thing you know, my confidence issues are not issues anymore. I'm doing pretty well in that area. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Special offer goes out to all That One Piece Talk listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TOPT. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TOPT. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. Yes, guys, we do that sponsor in the beginning of the show just because we did have somebody convert through the link and they signed up, and I'm very happy about that. So I'm just proud that we could help in some sort of way because it is for a really good cause. So if you ever need it, please click the link below and do that, man. Don't be ashamed. Anyway.
Yeah, we got a quick
yeah, go ahead.
comment from Parvision. It says, "Can you have Larry read these fanfic romance tweets live, please?" So I don't know if you guys know, Larry does some One Piece. What is it? What do you call it?
I call
Intimate
it
series.
The Intimate Tales.
They're dope. They're so dope, man.
We just got done with the Sanji and Nami tale. Oh, we got somebody that sent us.
Yeah, we got a $5 super chat from Jordan. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, you gotta send a comment or something with that. You know, it's just an emoji.
Yeah, we can't just have emojis.
But we really do appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Anyway, we also got new cameras, so it's a little more definition if you guys haven't seen. Marv stepped it up.
Bravery up.
Shout out to Marv. All right. Anyway, it is One Piece break week because of Golden Week right now. So we do have some questions, and I ended up going into the Discord really quickly and asking them, hey, we need some questions. Whoever gets the most vote for their questions, we get to ask those questions on there. So to start the episode off, let's do our first email, and then we'll go into those. So this one's from Alito Verdes. He says, I have a question that has been on my mind for a while. Do you guys think that the Noah will be fixed by Frankie, and do you think it's going to be Luffy's because the Noah is for Joy Boy? Lawrence, got any ideas? You could pass it, bro. I'll answer for you.
I'm gonna say, do we know that it's Joy Boy's?
Well, it was used for Joy Boy to bring the fishmen up.
Because I think, wasn't that the promise?
That was the promise.
That was the promise, right?
Yeah.
So I think, does that make it Joy Boy's? Because to me, I guess it's, I'm not going to say the Fishman's, right? Because I know after, because me and I were watching the show recently, after Luffy destroyed a good margin of it, they said they had someone that could fix it, you know?
Yeah.
So it could be working on it already, because for Frankie to do it, even though I think that would be dope, because Frankie's there's not many shipwrights like Frankie. Like he's special in his own class for in shipwright, but he would have to be. They would have to go back to Fishman Island to do that, and I could see maybe him doing it later on. But I do recall them saying that they have someone that could work on it because it's not completely destroyed. So I don't know how good they are. Those the shipwrights are going to work on it, but they said they had someone to work on it on Noah. But I think it would be, I say Frankie's dream, but I think Frankie would love to work on Noah. I will say that, and it will be dope. Luffy using it because I always kind of feel like the Straw Hats need a bigger ship for some reason to me. Like I was dope when Sunny came first, right? But when Sunny came, but I was just like, because it's bigger than Going Merry, but I was like, I kind of want it to be bigger. And I don't think they're gonna get another ship though.
Pause, bro.
I don't think the ship that they're using, because this is the special wood that Frankie wanted to use for.
Pause again.
Hey, yo!
All right, we're stop being immature.
Anyway, pretty much the Oro Jackson, I think is the wood that he wanted. He wanted that ship to sail around the world and I think become the Pirate King ship. So I don't think they're gonna get a new ship. So, but it would be dope for him to get a bigger ship, especially someone as that ancient ship as Noah. That would be pretty dope. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
What about you, Seb?
I'm not be real. I don't even really remember the question. So it was about Noah. Like, what is it going to be used for?
Basically, the Noah's was Joy Boys.
Yeah.
Is it going to be Luffy's as well?
So I just think in general the Noah's going to fulfill that prophecy that it had, that it's going to bring the Fishman Island people up, because I think ultimately when Luffy or whoever, I assume it's Luffy, destroys the Red Line, like Fishman Island's right underneath it. So like, and just in biblical lore in general, like the Noah's Ark was used to transport people into away from the flooding. Like if Fishman Island is destroyed and they need to use it to passenger people from one part of the world to the next, I just think that's going to be them passengering people, like the people of Fishman Island, from there to the mainland of the world. So I don't think it'll be Luffy. Luffy's going to be the one that does all this. Yeah. And I assume Shirahoshi's going to, like, under Luffy's command or under Luffy's banner, like, have the Sea Kings lift Noah, because it still has those chains and everything, and like the prophecy with Charlie and everything. So like, I just still think that Fishman Island gets destroyed just because of the Red Line, and that's going to be they built that in so it could be the thing that transport them from Fishman Island to the real world. Because, I mean, there's a lot that goes into that, but like, they have to be actually free, and them being in Fishman Island is still kind of them being housed in this bubble of like underwater. They're not living as freely as they could if they're there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That's me.
For me, this question is very, I wouldn't say simple, but it brings up, it doesn't seem as deep as it is for me. It brings up the question of, is every Joy Boy's will or mission the same? You know what I'm saying? Like, is Luffy's mission, in a sense, the same mission that the previous Joy Boy had? Like, what about the previous Joy Boy before that? Like, do they all have sort of the same mission? Because the previous Joy Boys probably failed. So the aftermath Joy Boy has to pick up where the last one left off. In my mind, I'm thinking, like, is that the role of Joy Boy? You know, has every other Joy Boy either died or got to a point where they couldn't succeed? Or, for example, like, was Roger, in a sense, another Joy Boy? If so, what defeated him? It was him being in the wrong era. He couldn't complete what he was basically supposed to, so the next Joy Boy, who happened to be Luffy, ends up taking up the mantle to finish where he left off. So I'm like, maybe the previous Joy Boy wanted to keep that promise, but he was also born in the wrong era. So Luffy had to take up the mantle and take over the responsibility of Noah and the previous mission of the Joy Boy that was before. I think that's what the question to me sounds like, because that's always been a question in my mind. Like, do we carry the responsibilities of our ancestors? And if so, are we meant to accomplish it or pass it over? And I think that's a strong, very strong poetic type of storytelling in a sense, because you can't have success without failure. So that's to me. But that was dope.
It got real in here.
Thank you for asking that question, Alito. Hopefully you see that we did ask that question. The next question, guys, is from Savage Boy Queese. I hope I said that right. He's from Discord. He actually got the most most votes for his question. So I'm going to start with Sebastian. He says, out of all the warlords, who do you think the government will actually capture?
Oh, that's an easy one.
Yeah, I know you're going to say, and you're wrong, and you're wrong.
Boa Hancock.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Everybody knows why he's saying that, right? Because I've said it why before about women.
No, it's not. No,
But
it's not. It's
keep
not,
going.
It's not just because it's not because she's a woman. All right?
You sure?
It's because Oda has already made reference to to something potentially happening to her.
Yeah.
And in general, I can't see them locking up. I'll just run through the list. They're not going to lock up Mihawk. Like, that's just not happening, right? I can't see them introducing Weevil and then he just gets arrested. Like, that doesn't make sense. I could see it with Buggy, but it's like Buggy is a guy who fails upward. I don't know if he's going to have this regression. Who else is, that's it, right? Then there's just Hancock, right? Like, who's going to have the biggest narrative shift in, like, what's happening to her? Who's Luffy going to care the most about if they get arrested? You know what I mean? Like, there's just more storyline to go with that. And yes, I know, Chris, she's not getting captured by Kobe specifically.
Yeah, I was going to say, bro.
When I say this,
you're just saying from the story.
I'm saying she's going to be captured by the forces that are sent there. Kobe's not leading the charge in defeating Hancock, in my mind, which is what they're telling me in the chat. To me, if you're smart, you send Fujitora after Hancock. He's blind. He's justice. You know what I mean? Like,
but that blind. It'll
help him. It
doesn't happen.
I don't
think
think most people think that she would beat him in a fight anyway. You know what I mean? Like, he's an admiral. Fujitora has this level of hype and lore about him that he should win a fight versus Boa Hancock. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Who else would it be? I mean, it could be no one. It could be no one. If it's going to be someone, it would be Hancock.
You done?
And you go ahead, Lawrence.
That's a good question, because I know we talked about it before. I don't think it's Boa Hancock, because in a way she grew up a slave already, you know. So she was already practically a prisoner. She had the worst deal of being a prisoner. She was the Celestial Dragon's slave and prisoner.
Time to revisit those memories, dog.
Nah, pretty much. Like, because I think they even showed that when Luffy got there, like, she'd rather die, you know. So I don't see it happening. I don't see either of the Shichibukai being captured, because honestly, if they get captured, it's like, do you live up to your rank? A Shichibukai? Like, Buggy, but like, he doesn't have that rank, because I think, like, out of all of them, you should. I mean, you could look at it that way.
If I send an admiral out to go get someone and they don't get them, do they live up to their rank?
But are they sending admirals after the Shichibukai?
Why not? They might be.
Because you have, like, what? How many Shichibukai is there?
It'd be pretty stupid not to.
Right.
What I'm saying is, you only have 3 admirals, right? That's not going to cover. So you're picking and choosing who you're going to send it at? And you would send it at the top, right? Doflamingo, he already got captured because he lost to Luffy. But to me, in all honesty, are you sending one admiral after Mihawk to get it done?
Honestly, some causes you just... I'm not going after Mihawk in general, personally.
For example, right?
He's not even, like, swashbuckling. Like, he's not even a pirate, for real.
Yeah, but no, that's fine. But, like, the admirals are supposed to be in place to help against the Yonko. Why would you be spreading them out thin against the Shichibukai?
Well, I mean, there's 3 of them. Let's get that straight.
Yeah,
so
that's the 3.
You can send one if you want to.
Only one after what? Which
he's
one?
saying there's 3. There's 3 admirals, right, in place. There's 3, and then it's like, okay, of the Shichibukai that we have, there's 4 remaining. So now you pick and choose one per one.
Edward.
No, Weevil, Mihawk,
you're right.
Boa Hancock, and Buggy.
Yeah.
Buggy's light work. That's, you know what I mean? You can send whoever after Buggy. You got 3 actual I have to deal with them. And you have 3 admirals. And they already said they can't deal with whatever is going on Wano because they're dealing with this. So why not send the admirals?
See, well, because also too, all right, and why not? What did they do to replace the Shichibukai?
Well, they're gonna use the whatever SSG is.
Yeah. So wouldn't you, to prove that that you're replacing the Shichibukai with something stronger or that could handle this power, wouldn't you send them?
See, this is what I don't understand. Hold on, this is what I don't understand. My bad. I'm gonna let you go real quick. You want them to prove that they can send whatever the SSG to replace them to defeat them, but you also don't think that it will because you don't think any of the Shichibukai are gonna get captured.
I don't.
So if you don't even think that this will work, why would they think it works? You get what I'm saying?
Because they're putting their trust in it. I'm not putting that trust in it.
It's called overkill.
No,
send SSG and an admiral
first
and
of all,
PXs after these people and get them locked up.
One, I don't think what they did is going to be, personally, I don't think what they did is going to be overpowered than the Shichibukai. But they trust in that.
If they
so that's
said
why they would do it.
If they said what I just said, that should be enough, at least for Hancock.
So you would send your 3 admirals out?
No,
right?
one admiral per.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But that's all 3 of them out. So you would send 1 at Mihawk, 1 at Weevil, and 1 at Bone Hancock.
Well,
I already
we
said
don't know.
we
Weevil don't need an admiral, bro. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, remember what they said about
that,
Weevil.
I don't know about that though.
Just because Marco couldn't take him out or didn't want
Marco
to
didn't
doesn't
fight
mean.
him, bro. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not talking about that.
Doesn't mean-
I'm talking about what Kizaru said. He said that he's reminiscent of Whitebeard in his youth.
I don't care what he say, bro.
We gotta let Larry speak his piece on this.
Yeah, you're taking mad long, Lawrence.
You guys were both
intervening
in what I was saying.
Anyway,
We also have
I'm on
super chats
Lawrence.
to get to.
Yeah, we'll do it right after my answer. Can you relax?
I got you.
So, I agree with Lawrence. I don't think any of them gets captured.
Yeah.
I would want Buggy to get captured just so he could get out of the story, but he's not going to because he does fail upwards. So he's not going to get captured. I'll tell you this: if Boa does get captured and Kobe's the only person to capture her, I might drop the show.
It won't just be Kobe. It'll be more than that.
But what would Luffy even do with that? Bone Hancock got captured. You think he's going to go down?
We ain't got enough story for it.
What you mean? We already got Sabo potentially captured or whatever.
Oh, so now we got to save both?
Yeah.
It's not happening,
The
bro.
stake's supposed to go up, not down. I don't know what's going on.
The stakes go up by his brother once again being close to death, and then he ends up saving
And
him
his
this
girl.
time. It's not his girl. You don't like her.
They got baby girl.
Come on,
And
bro.
they got your bro.
Time to say.
Read the super chats, bro.
All right, we got another super chat from Jordan. It says, "At work, my bad for the sticker, but y'all goats for real."
Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you, bro.
You didn't have to super chat again to speak on the other super chat. You can ask like straight up questions or whatever you want to say. We really do appreciate that. We got a $20 super chat from Reminisce with Quinlan.
Yo, you gave $20?
$20.
Hey.
And there's no words here either.
You didn't say anything? Come on.
Appreciate
we
you,
appreciate that.
All right,
Next time.
much love, but you better say something next time.
You gotta say something. And we got one more $20 super chat from Aaron Tate, the guy.
Yo, Aaron, bro.
Aaron,
You're going to end
man.
up calling anyway. What are you doing?
It says, and this is a great question. It says, "Are you guys ever going to finish ranking the top 30?" Maybe next week, break week.
We're gonna have 2 hours for that.
That has been something on my mind. So we're probably making some. I think next break week, which is like 2 weeks from now. I think it's May 23rd. Par Vision may be coming up, and he's very analytical and doing all these theories all the time, right? So if he does come through, we're going to do an hour extra on that episode, and I think that since Par Vision doesn't really power scale all the time, it'd be a nice adjustment for him, so we'll probably just spend 2 hours doing that on the next break week for sure. But we'll finish up, I promise. But anyway, let's go to the next question. So this one's from Ben McCone. I think that's how you say it. I don't want to say combi because then that's just going to sound retarded, right? But it might be. So he says, what thing are you most hyped about to see in the future of OP? Could be like an interaction / reveal, etc. Anything really. What about you, Lawrence? What are you most hyped to see?
Hyped to see. Honestly, I feel like I always allude to this, but I want to see because I'm curious of how this interaction is going to go because of his personality and his father's personality. The meeting of Dragon and Luffy. I think it's gonna be so weird because how Luffy just approaches it. Like, I have a dad. One, he lived his whole life not thinking he had a dad. I guess Garp was his father figure, but didn't have it. And then he has his dad. Then he just talks so casually about his dad, right? But then also too, like his dad like lived free. So like that interaction, like, are you gonna like? Can you picture Luffy being like, "Oh, hey, dad"? No, right? But so. Like, how is he going to interact with his dad at all? I think that's going to be interesting because I also could, like, thinking about how funny it was where, like, in spoilers, if, I'm sorry, but for Hunter x Hunter, right? When Gon finally met his father.
Can't cover my ears. Spoiling me live on our show. Crazy.
But how he interacted, he immediately just accepted him as, like, he became the son. He became his father. I don't really see that happening with Luffy and Dragon. Like, and I could kind of see, I don't know if Luffy's going to approach him like any random dude. Like, you know, for example, how, like, the ranking and everything, the status doesn't affect Luffy. Like, how Luffy just spoke to Whitebeard when he first met him. Everyone's like, oh, Whitebeard's this great pirate, the strongest of the Yonko, the strongest in the world. Luffy just spoke to him as if, like, he was speaking to, not really kid, but, like, another dude, you know? So it's, like, it's interesting how it's going to be interact, because also, like, some people believe that Luffy's going to punch Dragon in the face. It could be the other way around. The Dragon just punches Luffy in the face. I don't know. Like, pretty much, I just think it's going to be interesting between that matchup because their personalities. They're so different, yet they're father and son, and how casual Luffy could be about it. You know? And what will Dragon do in response to Luffy?
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. What about you, Seb?
Future events, there's just so many that I'm ready for. Is it specifically meeting of people?
No, it could be anything.
Any event in general?
It could be anything.
I really want to see the Blackbeard and Shanks situation and how it takes care of itself. And I know, y'all know me, I'm a huge like Blackbeard kill Shanks guy. But even if he doesn't, I just want to see how their interaction goes.
Yeah.
You know, like that's one of my like, I've been waiting for that one for a minute. Ever since he talked about Blackbeard on the ship. And
with
he was
Whitebeard.
Like, yeah, with Whitebeard. So that's like that's probably the biggest one for me. Besides Luffy becoming Fire King, you know what I mean? Like the culmination of this whole. But that's my like go-to event right there. Even more so than Luffy meeting Shanks.
Yeah.
Personally. But
it might come as a surprise. It's probably seeing all blue.
Yeah?
What?
Blue.
I
Super
mean,
serious.
Visually it'll look great, right?
Visually it looked great, but besides Sanji's on and off traits of being likable and not likable, when you take away the not likable and he is likable, you start to notice like how great his dream actually is and what it would mean for the world. Like his dream necessarily is as big as being the Pirate King to me. Like, because Luffy can't become the Pirate King without all blue happening. Because you can't sail wherever you want to. The sea belt full of sea kings has to be gone as well. So Shirahoshi is needed for the all blue. There's so much that requires all blue to happen that it's going to be the game changer for the show. Like, I get we all want to see like interactions between some characters. Like, I eventually want to see Mihawk versus Zoro or Luffy meeting Shanks again. Like, that's all stuff I think we're gonna get, but I don't think it's gonna be as important as all blue. Like, all blue is very comparable to it. Like they said, for example, Sanji's the only one realistically who has a parallel dream of Luffy. Like, I forgot what the breakdown of the video was. It's a lot, but
we did it on the
it's like
show
Luffy's dream and Sanji's dream carry the same importance. So it gets overshadowed because Sanji's so, not likable sometimes.
Dope.
But when all blue happens, man, I think we're going to see something we've never seen before. And that's the point of all blue. So that's my question.
I like that just because I feel what you mean by like Luffy can't be the freest man on the sea with this giant red wall holding him back from going wherever he wants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I feel that. But over like the stuff we was talking about?
Yeah.
I mean,
because again, it's not interactions for me. Interactions are gonna happen. They've been built up and then they'll be gone just like that. Where the all blue is gonna stay there for as long as the planet doesn't tectonically like shift.
Tectonic plates.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying?
So, going by what you said, then that means you're in the mindset that Luffy's gonna become a Pirate King status of greater than Gold Roger.
He has to.
He has to. Does he not? I mean,
He's a,
story we read.
soon as Shirahoshi was born, he was destined to be greater than Roger.
Somebody was.
Somebody was, but it was gonna be him. So, yeah,
He died though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he couldn't conquer.
I mean,
it.
Roger dead too.
But he was already
He beat death.
living.
Yeah.
You feel me? Roger did.
So
But he already accomplished it.
I did remember this question. I forgot who it was from, but I know it was in the Discord, and I forgot to ask it. But they asked, who had the greater potential?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Luffy or was it Ace? So Ace never dies. Who has the greater potential between the two?
Ace was greater than Luffy, in all honesty.
So,
Do you have anything more to say before Sebastian goes
Oh,
off?
Sebastian, go ahead.
Okay.
okay, so like it's actually it's hard to measure, right? Because in any like other story, I feel like Ace would have had the higher potential.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was a Conqueror. He unlocked Conqueror's Haki first. He was older. He was stronger, better fighter than Luffy from jump. He has like a more dope or Hawks or Devil Fruit in general. I mean, newer chapters have changed that, but like Luffy was the weaker one. He was the one like looking at Ace as like the guy that he was trying to emulate, trying to be like his older brother, stronger than him, etc. Like, I feel like in any other story it would be that. But like the fact that this is One Piece and like Ace doesn't have that thing that Luffy has. And maybe it's the fruit this whole time that Mihawk was talking about, where it's like he can gravitate others to his cause. Ace doesn't have that. And he never really did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that one aspect of the two of them, I feel like is why I would say Luffy has more potential. If that wasn't like played up to be a major thing and how like him liberating these countries from stuff is like happening and people are joining him and like we call it plot, but it's like it's Luffy's infectious like enthusiasm for things that are like making it so that people want to help him out. Like Ace doesn't have any of that stuff. So it's like as high up as he could actually go, it's gonna be just on his like fighting and strength kind of capability and willpower. While Luffy, it's like I can get as high as my will, which is already like insane, and I will have the influence everyone else too. And maybe that's just him being the main character, but the fact is that they've spoken to that point in the show as if it's a thing that him and like even Roger have kind of thing. Where like Ace, I don't see that. And maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't seen that with Ace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you go. But that's
Did you have anything to say?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Luffy.
Okay.
I get what you're pointing, that gravitation pull, but remember, if you think about it, Ace was pulling Luffy. Ace pulled Luffy and Sabo, right? If Ace just wanted to, because they agreed to like have their own, but if Ace said it from the beginning, I'm sorry, set that precedent, that he was going to be the captain, Luffy would have followed in the beginning, because how much he loved and looked up to Ace, you know?
Maybe.
No, because remember,
Because he met Shanks first.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about, yeah, because he
You know
met
what I
Shanks
mean?
first, but then he was rejected. But if you think about it, Luffy was rejected kind of like twice by Ace and Shanks. He has great respect for both of them, but they're all like, no, like Shanks was like, no, you're too young, right? And then Ace was like, we're going our separate ways. Ace was like, it's just going to work better that way, you know? But even in the beginning, like Ace kept pushing Luffy to the side, like, don't follow us. And he would follow along after Ace and Sabo, you know? Luffy clung to Sabo too, but he clung more to Ace in that aspect. So Ace had that pull, but Ace was also pushing. Granted, it was different because like he viewed Luffy as weak at the time, while he pushed him away.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I say like I feel like it would have messed up a little bit because it doesn't make sense for the rest of Ace's crew. Like you know, like young Ace, how much you wouldn't accept someone who wasn't strong in your crew. Not saying that Ace's crew wasn't strong, but no one really stood out to be as if how we saw young Ace. Like.
I mean, you're not gonna be the same dude you are when you're 17.
No, but that wouldn't have changed. Like that attitude about like only you on your crew now. You're only gonna want strong people. So what I mean is like, for example, like so Ace may not had it to that. It may have not grown it right to Luffy's extent because Luffy's his ability to gravitate people towards him is great now. Like it's surpassed, I'll say, what Ace had. But that fiery will, like what Kaido said. Right, and I was talking to Lionel about this earlier, like how strong Ace's will is, but also just in general, like what Conqueror's will is able to do. Ace showed a stronger will to conquer things, pretty much of greater potential than Luffy, you know? The only thing he was just stopped early because also Ace's attentiveness. Like the reason why Ace died was to protect Luffy because of how alert he was, or Luffy wasn't paying attention. Mm-hmm. That would make Ace go stronger in tight situations because where Luffy will be like we see at times where Zolo's yelling at Luffy like, "Yo, shape up! We're in the new world. We can't be playing games here." Ace is not playing those games. He's more alert or attentive. Where in a sense where like pretty much like Luffy died not due to like his not to say his own weakness, but like due to his laxness. Ace died protecting Luffy because of that laxness, you know? So it shows that Ace...
Luffy died due to laxness, or was he just not strong enough in the moment? I feel like, I don't know if he was lax.
Hold on, let him finish his point.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so pretty much some things that will to overcome a lot of things, right? I was like, Luffy's shown that he has that to a great degree, but I believe that Ace's will in that aspect, especially with that fireness, like he releases such a young age, right? His conquerors, and then even fighting Blue Gem, the pirate, right, was on his own, you know. So it's like this from a early age and that growing to where it could have been. To me, has greater potential than Luffy shown, especially at a young age. And what Ace has just been growing more and more. The only thing that Ace to me what lacked was basically knowledge because he wasn't instructed on much. And I feel like if he had that knowledge, like with his father about Haki and how to utilize it, Ace would have been better, even stronger than we've seen.
All right. I disagree with a lot that you had said, but I'm not going to go all into it. And I kind of agree with what you said, but I think you kind of missed the point of what you were actually trying to say. For me, I would say there's two variables, right? The Nika no Mi happens to... I think it has something to do with Luffy's will. And you remember I said, like, the Zoan Hitos have a will of their own, so it kind of, like, meshes with your personality, and then you proceed forward, you know? I think there's a variable in that we don't know about. So Luffy, having been rejected all those times, might have made him weaker to some degree, but if he ate the fruit, then it probably propels him in a different direction. I don't know. The other variable is Ace needed a father. That was his whole understanding of life is, was I worth was me being born a good thing? Because everybody's always told me that it was a bad thing. That because of my father, I should have never been born. I contain demon blood or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Ace had the potential, and he most certainly definitely showed he did before he met Whitebeard. And I think that's where his potential actually stopped, was that he found his dream. His dream was to be acknowledged that being alive was a good thing. Whitebeard showed him that. If not, he never met Whitebeard, he'd be LeBron James. He'd be the best basketball player in the world because LeBron James isn't so cool with his dad, from what I know. Because he's never found that father figure that really meant him, like, that he was worth it. Instead, LeBron found worth of his own by creating his own family. Ace never did that. Ace was just, you're my father. I'm going to make you Pirate King. I'm not going to make me Pirate King. So I do agree that he was stronger for a time and he had potential, but I think that potential just literally washed away, bro, as soon as Whitebeard got there. And then it goes into your aspect where Luffy is able to gravitate people towards him. That's where the variable of his fruit comes in. Is it the fruit that is able to extend and cast this great aura of where people can be gravitational to Luffy, or is it Luffy himself? And I think that's something we're never going to have answered no matter what. But I think we have to think of it as a possibility. So Luffy didn't have the potential, but then he gained it. Like, he was destined for it, where Ace was, he met Whitebeard, man. The show's different if he doesn't meet Whitebeard.
It's true. It's funny. One of our super chats speaks to that point, but I have to say that one next. We got a $5 super chat from Steph Brown. It says, would you like Luffy losing his fruit power because of Gear 5th for next arc and fight with only his Haki until Blackbeard?
Wow.
As cool that would be, no. I think I love Gomu Gomu no Pistol too much and all that other stuff. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think if he's going to lose the power in any way, it would be to Blackbeard, at least temporarily.
Yeah,
like,
so I wouldn't want him to lose it and then lose it again.
Yeah, I don't see him like fighting without it and then having to fight without it again.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna happen, I think it would happen with Blackbeard.
Yeah, same.
Agree.
Yeah.
What about the other super chat?
The next one was from our boy Roanoa Chris with an X. $5 super chat. It says Ace had more potential. Joining Whitebeard's crew stagnated him. And that's speaking to your point there.
Yeah, me and Chris agree with
we
that.
brought this up before when I said,
Yeah.
like, he went from fighting captains to now I'm fighting Jack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he did fight New World captains. It's just not the same.
That's also I said about the knowledge thing, about his father and about Haki, what like limited Ace. He needed that knowledge.
Yeah. All right. So the next question is from actually Roanoa Chris
Oh,
with
wow.
an X.
Chris asking all these questions. And
Yeah, and then I think this will be the last question. Sorry, guys. And then we'll ask the other two questions later on, so we can take calls. He says, "Will Zoro keep Enma at the end of Wano?" And then we'll go Seb.
I think yes. I do think he will. It's just a lot that was played up within that fight. It's something that we talked about on the Discord that I think could be cool is if he gives back Enma and like I forget his name, but he creates a blade for Zoro specifically.
Oh,
like
the dude with the long nose?
Yeah, he's always picking up blades and like creating, you know what I mean? But if he was able to make a blade for him, that would be dope. But I do think with the whole King of Hell vibe that we're getting here, and the fact that like Shishui is supposed to be this like sacred sword of Wano, I don't think Zoro takes it with him. So if he's gonna leave a sword, he has to gain a sword. To me, it's either going to be Enma, or he'll give it back to Hiyori and have a sword crafted for him.
Yeah.
But I'm leaning into him keeping Enma, and I got that from Par and Hidden. They did a stream together. They went over that. But yeah.
What about you, Law?
It's interesting. I believe that he's going to keep Emma the way I don't remember her name, but Momo's sister said.
Hiyori.
Yeah, Hiyori gave it to Emma. It kind of gave Emma to Zoro. Made it seem like he was going to keep it. But I do believe, or I kind of hope, or really want Zoro to get another sword. I didn't really think about the aspect being for as a new one, but I want him to get a new curse blade sword. Actually, that's actually in a higher grade than Emma. So like the 12th grade swords, that being a curse blade, because that would be more testament to Zoro's strength and will and character. That'll make him grow because we already said when one of the first blades he got when he was going to cut off his arm, he still has that cursed blade, and it accepted him where it didn't kill him. But a cursed blade sword of the 12th degree would really put him to the test because it's to be the strongest class of swords, even a higher grade than Emma, and it's a cursed blade that this would most likely kill Zoro. So with his conquerors and proving that how much he's grown as a swordsman, I think that would be another testament to his strength and where he could grow even more of mastering and conquering a 12th grade because he doesn't have one yet, and it's a curse blade one. So that would be probably the greatest sword out of all his three that he has. I want that to happen.
I think if he doesn't drop Enma, it's always gonna and he continues with Enma and then he turns it black. It's always gonna be a knock on Zoro because the battles that Odin has gone through, obviously his Haki is still in that blade. So Zoro's basically starting off where Odin had left off. And I would look at that as like, well, you didn't actually turn that blade completely black. You had some help through another user who actually Kaido recognized in the blade when you were using it. So it's like you need to either drop that sword or get a new one. Or turn Shisui to that type of blade. I mean, Shisui's already black. Yeah, so you need probably another blade itself. But you can't just go off somebody else's work, man. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in, what is it? What's the word we use for Aokiji versus Akainu? I'm in furious opposition of your take right now. But I don't think we have time for all that.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
I'll save it for the Discord.
I have different thoughts on that, but yeah, we could talk about that.
Yeah, but that was great questions, guys. Thank you so much. I do want to start calls earlier so we could get some more because I want to talk to you guys. So, Marv, can you send it off? And make sure it ring. Does it ring? Because sometimes I don't hear it.
Yeah, I'll be hearing it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, call in, guys.
Oh, we started the The Zoro Wars in the chat. SGG, what's up, man? He says Zoro's carried by Enma now. See, man, y'all be too much with it.
I can't.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Yeah, what's going on? This is my first time calling in, and so I just wanted you guys' opinion on something. I think an interesting take in the future of One Piece is seeing how Luffy got a fruit that's supposed to bring freedom, yet I think there's a lot of people that were looking for that fruit. Like, we knew Shanks was on his way trying to get it, and I think it would be interesting to see a take where Luffy, everyone trying to lead Luffy into a future where they want him to bring freedom, but at the same time, the way for him to bring freedom is by him being himself.
Okay. Hold on. What's your name, though?
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, my name is Cameron Tomlin, yeah.
Hey, what's up, Cameron? Nice to meet you, man.
Nice.
Thank you for calling for your first time. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you, man, in a sense, because I guess do you like Gear 5th or no?
So I like Gear 5th.
There we go.
I don't hate it as much as people, like other people hate it. I don't think it's that broken, considering I think it is one of the most busted Devil Fruit abilities. But I think it has clear drawback because he still takes damage. It's not like him bending things is only limited so far to what he can touch in his immediate area. Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't perceive it, he still gets hit by it.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that even when we see Kaido deal damage to him, the damage still goes through as long as they have good enough Haki. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think it's as bad. I think it's definitely busted in terms of how he can just like tank things.
Yeah.
But I still think he can get hurt, obviously.
Okay. The reason I asked that question is because your first question kind of relates to his Devil Fruit in a way. Yeah. Because we don't know if it's the Hito no Mi that's having this gravitational pull for giving people this freedom, or is it just Luffy himself? So we kind of need a clear answer. That's why I asked if you liked Gear 5th or not. Now, would I like that more about Luffy if it was just him? I think it's him, and I think it's the fruit. Yeah. So that's kind of my answer. What about you guys?
I don't have like a great answer that like isn't everything that you've already just said to that. Yeah. I will say that in general, Luffy is the embodiment of freedom. So I don't think the fruit just enhances it to me. So
that's true too.
Yeah, like I just feel like he already is that. But you go ahead, Lawrence. I don't have much. Sorry. Yeah, I see you in the chat though, boy.
No, I was saying it's interesting because I don't think Luffy said his dream to Shanks in the beginning like he said it to Sabo and Ace, but there was a part where you saw that Shanks and Rayleigh were talking, and Shanks was telling him about Luffy, and he says to Rayleigh that he met a young boy that either reminded him or said something similar to what Roger said, right? So that point in time when he said that, I'm not exactly sure, but because we knew that Luffy knew Shanks before he had the fruit and while he had the fruit, right? So either way, in the beginning, Luffy showed that that freedom he wanted was similar to like Gold Roger, right? So that's even when he first got it, or even before he even got the fruit, Luffy showed that. So, like I said, Luffy being the showcase of freedom was early on in his heart. You know, he wanted to be free because even like if you Luffy rules it, like when he was fighting Rob Lucid, he said that when he got gears, so he doesn't lose anyone. That's part of Luffy's freedom, being able to also live freely, but also live freely with the people he cares about the most without losing anyone. That attaches up to his freedom. So the ability just allows him to coincide with that, like it matches him in that aspect, and it maybe allows him to do that to protect it all. But I don't think it gave him that will. I think he's kind of already that, like I already said before, people's fruits. Yeah. It just happens that the people's fruits that they eat match their personality. I believe they've already had that personality in them, but their fruit just matched it with them. You know, we already saw that Ace, before he even ate the fire fruit, he already had a fiery personality. And he just had a fruit that just matched that even more. So I just think that Luffy already with that it's it just to go hand in hand with each other.
Yeah.
Like Buggy's always been a clown. So he ate
Yeah, pretty much.
clowns down for
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the call, man. We got to take other calls.
Cameron, you're amazing, man. Thank
For
you.
real.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, nice talking to you
Have a
too.
night.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Mark, before you let another call in, we did get another super chat. I want to get that in real quick. We got a $50 super chat. What? From KJ.
I didn't know that was possible.
KJ.
Yo, KJ, I'm gonna fight you.
It's
Bro.
all up, man.
Yo, KJ, I'm gonna fight
It says,
you, bro.
sup fellas.
Put your hands up, bro. Put them up.
It says, sup fellas, hope my question starts an argument for y'all. The other day in Discord, me and Seb agreed Team Usopp over Team Robin. LOL. So my wild question is, do you think Oda will ever take either one off the crew? And will Usopp ever see his pops? You gotta contextualize that. It's not Team Usopp over Robin. It was, I'll break it down in Discord. But what do y'all
Anyway,
think?
so first off, too much money. All right. 2, thank you so much, KJ,
Much
for your
love.
support, brother. I appreciate you. Every time we do sign in the Discord, you're a part of it.
For real.
Thank you, thank you, thank you on top of more thank yous. So, to get to your answer, Usopp should be the one to die, and he should not meet his father.
Dang.
Jeez.
So,
Nah, I'm gonna give it
Law,
one wider
go.
chase. Usopp's gonna die by his father. How about
Oh,
that?
wow. That's a
darker.
new one.
Good.
I love it. I
like
love
that.
it.
I'm
joking,
joking.
Seb.
I'm not serious.
For
though,
me,
but-
if you were to get rid of one of them, and that's like a dark thing, the context of what we said wasn't this. But as far as the story goes, I would say Usopp, because like I said before on the show, Usopp's the only one who can accomplish his dream through death.
Yeah.
So you can't kill Robin. She can't accomplish her dream by dying. Usopp can prove he's a brave warrior of the sea by dying. So if you're gonna get rid of one of them, it is sadly Usopp. I'm sorry, KJ. And will he ever see his dad? For sure.
I think that
he is.
Usopp also doesn't serve much after the story is done. Like, she can build another Ohara type of educational school system to reteach the ancient language, because it's going to be important again at some time in the future. Because probably another Joy Boy has to come, right?
No, yeah. I just see Usopp as the storyteller of the crew. I can see Sanji being that as well. But
You gotta teach these kids how to lie. He also has to get Kaya pregnant. Lars, Run the trolls.
Thank you
Call
again,
in, y'all.
KJ.
Thank you so much,
Appreciate
KJ.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Hey, yo, it's me reminiscing with Quinlan.
Hey,
what's up, Brody?
Thank you for the super chat earlier, man.
appreciate you.
Hey, man, what's up, man? I be in y'all Discord. I go by Yonko Hogan in y'all Discord. Be chopping it up.
That's
with y'all
you,
all the
That's
time.
you. Okay.
Yeah. Now, the thing I want to talk to you guys is why y'all be downplaying Fisher Tiger like he ain't got like the best feat in One Piece history. This man went to Mary Jo, saved all the slaves, and escaped. And you guys do not give my man his respect. Like he just low diffing. Like he's just low diff out here.
I think he's targeting me specifically because you be caping for Fisher Tiger.
So I love Fisher Tiger. He's like my second favorite character of all time in the show.
Right, and I feel like you know the Sun Pirates put on for like you know black people in general and stuff. That's the type of vibe that I got. Like I have a sun pirate tattoo on my chest, just where Fisher Tiger got his from.
That's kind of wild.
Okay.
I know that shit hurt.
But yeah, y'all
That's
gotta
fire,
like
though.
where you guys rank him at all times? Because to me, he's top 5 because ain't nobody topped that feat yet. I think he's top 5.
Top
Hold
5.
on. The love and admiration, the message, the honorary traits that he did have are all story-wise. But if we talking strength, he was fighting Strawberry.
Yeah,
and like
bro.
that was like Jinbei pre-Warlord. You know what I'm saying? So he can't be top 5
Yo.
because he can. I would say this: he might have had Conqueror's Haki as well. He was just that type of person. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you struggling against like Strawberry, I don't know, bro. I can't put you anywhere near top 40. He's not even.
When he went to take old girl back, he was going based on being peaceful. He wasn't like really trying to fight him like that because he's trying to return the girl back. So Fishman don't be looked forward to being violent.
I'm sorry, man. Fisher ain't even fight Strawberry. That was Jinbei. He fought unnamed Marines and got clipped
They
by
ambushed
guns.
him. They ambushed him.
Okay.
You gotta remember, the town called the Navy on him, so they ambushed him, bro.
Yo,
Q, we talking about top 5. Kaido, you ambush Kaido. Ambush Whitebeard. You can ambush
Luffy.
Virgo, and he would have been alright in that situation. You can't put the top 5 stamp.
Not when you're trying to show a group of people you're not trying to be violent.
Yo, half of the people I just named could allow themselves to be attacked and be good.
So you mean to tell me that him going to Mary Jo, freeing all the slaves isn't a better feat? Like when he went to free the slaves, he went up there on business. He's like, I'm going up here. I'm getting everybody out. Anybody in my way, they're going down. Ain't no telling who was up there. Ain't no telling who was up there. And whoever was up there, he put them down.
Hold on.
Q, that's a pre-time skip Luffy feat.
Hold on, Q. 1, he got enslaved.
Yeah.
And then 2, he broke out and he could have just stole keys and just unlocked cages and like let people freely like go. Like we don't know who was up there. Like there wasn't an admiral up there. There's not an admiral up there 24/7. Like admirals are top 10. So if he's not fighting an admiral at all, then like that feat don't count as a top 5 fighter moment. You know what I'm saying? That's just a storyline, plot line, top 5 moment. That's something that's amazing. Like he was able to do things that not a lot of people were able to do, but he was also put in that position through his weakness. You know what I'm saying? Like he got captured.
We seen Kuma got captured and look what happened to him.
No, Kuma didn't get captured. Kuma actually gave himself to the world government.
We don't know technically. But
and also,
Sabo got captured and look what happened to him.
We don't know
top 5 either.
Yeah, Sabo not top 5.
I think it makes Fisher Tiger look a whole lot better because he got captured, he broke out, and instead of leaving by himself, he took the whole crew with him.
I respect it.
I was gonna say this, just to throw this where I'm gonna have to. Like I respect Fisher Tiger and he's great, but like for example, Rayleigh in his old age, right? He willingly got captured because he had a plan where like, all right, whoever buys me, I'm just gonna take Kilo and take their money. Didn't work out. I was like, all right, and then he just easily threw off the chain, and it wasn't like he did it on purpose. Fisher Tiger didn't purposely get captured. He just got captured. And then I think the storyline is that he broke out, left, and then came back to free all the slaves because he couldn't leave them. But either way, like, Fisher Tiger, he's strong. But, like, for example, in that situation with him being surrounded, like, because of that wounds he took in that ambush, granted, he could have got blood to stay alive, but he was so wounded that he bleeded out and died and refused to take blood. Jinbei went to go save him. And also, I think Jinbei's stronger than Fisher Tiger. You know, honestly,
he might not have been in that moment.
They could also do water bullet.
No. Remember when he recruited Jinbei, he was a thug. He beat Jinbei and made him.
That is only in anime. That is not in manga.
He called him his big bro, man.
Yeah, but still,
call nobody
out of
big
respect,
bro.
he's older than him. Jinbei's a respectful, honorable dude. But that when Fisher Tiger beat Jinbei, that's only anime. That's not in manga.
This is a wild take. This might be the wildest take we've had on the show, Q. I'm being real with you.
Fisher Tiger, he's gangster, but he's not top 5 in
There's
strength.
a lot of G's in One Piece, man.
He's not,
Fisher Tiger might be the most gangster.
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all got Ace. Y'all got Ace up pretty high, and Ace ain't got no feats whatsoever. That's top end.
Ace would beat Fisher Tiger in a fight, yo.
And y'all be just goating Ace, and he doesn't do anything.
I don't do that. That's not me.
You guys just be goating him.
That's not me.
Fisher Tiger is over Ace.
Oh,
no
man.
more and no less. He's over Ace, bro.
I respect it.
Yo, what is going on?
And there's no celestial
going on?
No celestial dragons could fight, and there's not an admiral on watch all the time. You know.
I don't even know vice admirals up there.
Yeah, they're not. So they just have these weak soldiers that be guarding them. Only when they leave is when they have the real protection.
I mean, you give me one feat Ace did that's impressive, and then we can put him in the ballpark.
He fought 5 days. He fought 5 days with
until then,
hold on.
But until then, I mean, we can't do it because he might have fight Jinbei 5 days in a row, but Fisher Tiger actually beat the man down. So.
Yo, Q,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to let you go, but you better jump in the Discord because I'm ripping you because you ripping my favorite character, bro. All right, so jump in that Discord after the show, after Sebastian's.
All right, I got you guys, man.
episode.
I love y'all, man.
I
All
love
right,
you
thank you
too.
too. Thanks for coming.
man.
Appreciate you.
Yo.
All right, Jesus. All right, that was so wild.
I can't even breathe.
I'm like flabbergasted. I gotta end the show.
Yo,
So
what?
anyway, hey guys, at 8:05, Sebastian's bounty prediction video is gonna drop. Please watch, like it, and enjoy it. Damn, that was crazy.
Yo, I can't even.
Also, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for the donations. You guys honestly always give so much. I appreciate you. If you don't know about us, please join our Discord. The link is in the bio. If you want to support us, the link is in the bio. Like, share, comment on the video. Everybody that's listening while you're driving or while you're working, I just want to say thank you too, because I know a lot of you are listening and you really spend your hours listening to people like us. So I just want to say thank you again as
Yo,
well.
I'm still laughing, bro. What's that?
All right. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Sam.
And this is that One Piece Talk. Jana!